Here's a quick training video on geospatial dashboards. And today we're going to look at cell towers and put them on a map and cross-filter them and do some record inspection as well. So if we look at our target dashboards, it's fairly simple. It's a lot of dense data though. So let's hop into row 64 and we're going to load up the data here. I'm going to click on cell towers. Here we go up to 44 million and just some internal tests. The version that comes with the server, I think, is 2 million. We can load that up. And so you can see there's, 2 million records there. And so next we're going to just rename it to cell towers. And we'll build our dashboard. So to start off, to build our dashboard, we divide it in half here. And a neat trick we can do is we can divide this into thirds and then evenly distribute these, so it looks kind of nicer. So you see I divide that into thirds, and now these are going to follow just because of how it was constructed. We can go in here and we can control all that, right? I can set it by percentage, and I can have this be 25%, for example. But it's kind of neat. You can use these sort of construction techniques to space everything out. Okay, so I'm going to go into preview mode. I'm going to drag the data in here. And I believe in this example, it's zoomed down a little bit just because this is sort of a dense data dashboard. Okay, so next, let's bring in the geo. So I'm going to click Chart, Geo 2D, and I'm going to go grab We Load Shape, GeoJSON. You can export from Illustrator. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It's very fast. Just drag it in, and I've got all the world here, basically the different countries. But I can't see the countries unless I click into this. So click it here, you can see the details there. But we can't see it because they're all the same color. And if we look here, we want to have the outlines. So there's a cool trick you can do. You go under settings, and I can see this list of the shapes. Here we can see all the details of that, but we can also change the fill mode. So I can change this one to outline, and then I can just load it in again. So if I load that in a second time, okay, so that one's over top here. Okay, so you can see it's blocking our outline. So then I just grab that, and you see you can select which layer you're on. I'm going to move it down. Now it's underneath here. Good, but doesn't look good. So now we just take down the transparency, and we can just pretty much get exactly what we have here. And so that's kind of a neat trick. Now let's bring in our coordinates. So you can see here we're working with shapes. And if we want to kind of color code by GeoID, we want to do layering, that kind of thing, we do that all up here. But just for a bunch of dots on the screen, coordinates, we do that with the chord layers. So grab the longitude and latitude off of here, long, and the latitude. Okay, go back to our map. Now, by default, it's going to make geo bubbles. So let's go here under the coordinate layer options, under the settings, and just take the ring size down. And if we take the ring size down, they become sprites, which are faster. So if you're working with millions of points, you basically want to be using sprites. I'm going to lower the radius here and the alpha. Okay, so we can just drag that into our dashboard. But the problem is Antarctica is enormous. And so we want to kind of frame our camera for the, our map, basically. So we can click on here and just hit camera views, and we'll make a view called world. And we'll just draw a rectangle. So the rectangle is really cool. Look, you can move around where it is, and you can drag different parts of the box and get it to line up nicely. And so there we go. And so next we want to build our charts. Charts are not too difficult. We're just going to map the range to the area here. We're going to create a group summit and just make a bar chart. Okay, bar chart. And we're going to drag that in. Okay. And control click on that. We want to do our do this in most of the time. We rotate these out if it's not looking right. And call that good enough. And we could put the label on it, but we'll skip that for this demo. So hit F4, full screen this, and then we want to link this one. We're going to link the region to the area, cross-link it, and make a chart. Great. And drag that into our dashboard. Okay, same thing, control click, and then we're just going to go over and rotate the horizontal axis a little bit, make it look a little better. All right, and F4, click on this window, F4 it, and then finally we just want to put our number of cell towers, which is really easy, number of cell towers, and we're going to say equals count. And remember, when we count, we have to count a numeric column. So we counted a numeric column, and we don't want the zeros at the end for the count, so we change our format. All right, let's publish this. So then I'll give it a name, cell towers 01. Publish. Takes a second, it's uploading all that data, and now it's loaded it, and we can cross filter. We also can hit Alt P in here, and you can see I can adjust the radius as we're zooming around, which is great. And then we can filter. Let's look at our cross filtering. Like here, it's interesting. Like, where are these high range 5,000 meter or more cell towers? Well, in Asia, they're in Korea and in Thailand. So it's just kind of cool to have all this cell towering. Have all the detail on the map, and then have the ability to cross filter it. I hope you found this video useful.